Hello my friends, I'm Dr. Bree and this is my friend Becca. I am so excited to present today's class, which is Foga, Fitness and Yoga for everybody, every body, every person. This is such a fun routine. We're going to work on cardio, we're going to work on balance, we're going to work on core strength, and just sinking into the moment as well. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get to it. At the end of this routine, I'm actually going to have a little chat with Becca, so I hope you'll stick around all the way till the end of this video. All right, let's get started. We're actually going to begin at the top of our mats, and I'd like to begin just by literally sinking into the moment with some deep, slow breathing. It's so easy to get caught up in our heads, so we're going to come down. So just standing nice and relaxed, legs are softly bent, really comfortable, and I want you to just breathe. And on your own pace, on your own count, breathe deeply where you expand into your low belly, into your pelvic floor, into your ribs. Everything expands. And then as you exhale, think about pressing all the air out. So again, inhaling deep down into the pelvic floor, the low belly, the ribs expand. And then as you exhale, you press everything out. Press all the air out. Keep going. And go ahead and make your breathing a little bit audible. You can go ahead and let it be heard. That's wonderful. It's actually really good to let it be heard. If you can breathe through your nose, that's wonderful. I think that's very helpful for yoga. I do want you to try to breathe through your nose, but if it helps at first to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, that's okay as well. Just get used to breathing, being in the moment, maybe slowing down that exhale even a little bit more. So let's just all take one more deep breath together, ultimately with our mouth closed, breathing in through the nose, and then out. Long, slow exhale, pressing all the air out. All right. We are going to begin with a nice cardio activity here. Bring your arms up overhead, and you're going to straight arm down and bent knee up. Straight arms down, bent knee up. This is going to challenge your balance just a little bit. Keep going, Becca. And what I want to highlight here is that Becca is actually using her core right now. So she's keeping her back really straight and tall and lifted. What we don't want to have happen is this. So we want to stay really in control. And this is working on your balance, and it's getting your heart rate up too, especially as you bring those arms overhead. And if you want, you can go even faster. It really just depends on what you're feeling today. Every day is different. Keep breathing. For this, you might want to breathe through your mouth. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Rather than just stopping immediately, let's go ahead and rock side to side and just kind of shake it all out. Bring your hands at prayer at your chest and just feel your heart beating. And then bring your feet together. Engage your pelvic floor, pull in your lower abdominals, and let's move into a warrior 3. Right foot back, so you're strong through that left leg. Maybe you're just here, and that's okay. Core is strong and engaged. Maybe you can come all the way forward so that you're parallel to the ground. The key here is that your toes are pointing down toward the floor, and they're not turned out to the side. So toes point down, and your hips point down as well. This takes a lot of balance. Breathe deeply. We're holding each pose for a little while, this first go round. Now with control, slowly, like you're stepping onto a cloud, bring your feet down into warrior 1 foot position, but still lean forward. Still lean forward. So for warrior 1 foot position, you can see her back foot is turned out at a 45-degree angle. If you feel like you need more balance, you can actually step a little wider with that back foot. You can step it out a bit. Hold this nice lean forward and breathe. Sink into the front bent knee. Knee is over the ankle. And now reach your arms back. Feel this engaging your back muscles. Your core is still really strong. Breathing slowly and easily. Pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. And now sweep your arms up into warrior one. In this position, front knee is still strongly bent, back leg is straight. Don't let your lower ribs pop forward too much. We want to pull them in and breathe. Inhale. And on your next exhale, step into warrior two. For warrior two, you want your front heel in line with your back arch and really sinking into that bent front knee. Straighten your hands nice and wide. Beautiful. And one more inhale and exhale. Lifted through the front, lengthened through the back. On your inhale, reverse warrior. Lift your arm up overhead, hold it, nice and steady, engage through the core. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to warrior two, straighten the front leg. Good. Heel toe that back foot in just a little bit. And we're gonna reach our body, reach to the left, reach. Hold that core nice and strong, and we're gonna do a little core move here. Bring the right arm up, hold it. This is a lot of work. You're gonna really feel this in your side waist. Breathe. Strong and lifted through the pelvic floor, gently pulled into the low abs to protect your back. Go ahead and release that top arm down, and then come into triangle. Hold it here. Now, if you need a block, you can absolutely use a block under your hand. You can also stay where you are. You can also micro bend that front knee if you need to, just a little bit. Becca, feel as if you're leaning back into me, just a little bit. Yes, beautiful. That's really what you want to go for, is openness through the front of the body. One more breath in. And on the exhale, cartwheel your top hand down and come into low lunge. Your back knee can go on the ground. Hold this nice low lunge position. Front knee is over the front ankle. You might need to crawl your toes forward just a little bit to get there. Inhale your left arm up. Right arm is on the ground, right hand on the ground. Bring your hand across and pull your belly up, and place your hand on your thigh. So it's just a nice twist as you exhale. Holding it here. One more breath in and out. Now inhale, and then exhale, hand on the ground. Inhale, look forward, tuck the back toes under, and on a strong exhale, lift your pelvic floor, pull belly in, and step that back foot forward. It's okay if it takes 2 or 3 steps. And sweep your arms up, flat back, and exhale, hands at the heart. All right, let's get ready for the same thing, other side. Hands up, and straight arms, bent leg. Go as fast or as slow as you want to go, okay? Keep going, keep going. You look great. You look great. So you look wonderful, Becca. And again, this is definitely challenging your balance, right? Mm-hmm. And those arms going up over your head is getting that heart rate up. This is so good for your whole body and your heart. Take your time with it. You can widen the stance if you need more balance. Keep that core strong and lifted. Try not to let your back round as we're doing this move. And remember to keep breathing. Again, for this particular move, I like to do. So keep going. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Rock it side to side. Let it go. Shake out the arms. It's good to feel a little bit of little sweat going on. Good to hear a little heavy breathing. That's what we want. Shake it all out. Let it all go. Shake out the legs. You don't just want to stop immediately. That can be bad for your heart, for sure. All right, rock it side to side. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and bring your feet together at the front of the mat. Same thing, other side. Lifted through the pelvic floor and core, left leg back just a little or all the way into warrior three. Remember, for this move, we want our toes pointed down toward the ground, really feeling it in our bottom and our standing leg. Lift out of that standing leg. Press that back heel toward the back wall. Hips are square facing the floor and your core is strong. One more deep breath. Now, like you're stepping back onto a cloud, step into warrior one foot position. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle and lean forward, still leaning forward. Make sure your front knee is over the ankle. You might need to adjust your feet. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. And now reach your arms back. Feel your back muscles turning on, firing up. Core is strong. And on your inhale, reach your arms up, warrior one. Make sure that your lower ribs are not thrusting forward like this. You want to pull them in. That just helps you engage your core and protect your back. Bending into that front knee. Feel the strength. Now inhale. And on your exhale, step into warrior two. Front heel is in line with the back arch. Sink into that front bent knee. Lift through the pelvic floor and core. Lengthen through the spine. So you're really strong through that core. Very nice. Bending through that front knee and making sure that the knee doesn't fall in. We want to really open up that hip. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Hold it. Very light touch on your back leg. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to warrior two, straighten the front leg. Heel toe that back foot in just a tiny bit. And then reach out to the side. Reach, 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 reach. In this position, core is strong and lift. For me, it's my left arm up overhead. Holding it. Super strong through the core. One more breath. So much work here. And then hand back to warrior and tip into triangle. Oh, hold this pose. Hold it, hold it. Don't move a muscle. And remember that you can use a yoga block under your hand if you need to. You can also micro bend that front knee if you need to just a bit. We don't want to feel like you're hyperextending. Also remember that feeling of like you're leaning back into a wall behind you. Not so far back that you tip over, but just enough that you're really opening through the front of the body. Inhale. And then on the exhale, cartwheel your hands down and we sink into the back lunge, low lunge. So walk that front foot forward so that the ankle is under the knee. Holding it here. Now bring your hand, your right hand for me, across your body. On the exhale, lift and crawl up onto your thigh. Nice twist. Sinking into this twist. Breathing deeply. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead now and put our hand down. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Tuck your back toe under. And on the exhale, we step forward and sweep the arms up on the inhale. Exhale, hands at the heart. One deep breath. Find your center. Now it's time to speed things up and add on. So hands are now going to be in a fist position, bent elbows, straight legs. Bent elbows, straight legs. This time it's going to be more important than ever to really engage your core and make sure this doesn't happen. This is really easy to have this happen. So we want to be lifted through the pelvic floor and core as we really use those arms strong, strong. Take it as fast or as slow as you need to. You can also have a wider stance if you feel like you're losing your balance. You look beautiful, my friend. Yes, bringing that leg up as high or as low as you need to. And 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Shake it out. And I tell you, it's warm in this where we're filming, isn't it? It's warm. So shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Put your hands at your heart as you rock side to side, prayer hands. And like I said, we're going to be doing what we just did, but speeding it up and then also adding on. So come with your feet together in front of your mat, lifted through the pelvic floor and core, strong through that left leg, right leg back into warrior 3. Holding it. Now place your foot for warrior 1 foot position, leaning forward. Keep that lean, core is strong. Arms back. Inhale, arms up, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten the front knee, lean and reach for triangle. Bring that right arm up, hold it for just a moment, and then down with the right arm and down into triangle. Holding it here, opening the front of your body. Feel like you're pressing into a wall behind you. Maybe look up or look down if your balance needs a little bit of help today. Every day is different. And now cartwheel the hands down. Come back into that low lunge. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, pull your belly across your body, reach your arm all the way up. Maybe tuck your back toe under and come up into a knee off the floor lunge. Holding it here for one more deep breath. Twisting deeper as you exhale. If your back knee was lifted, set it down. We're going to move into a kickstand with that bottom leg. So move it out to the side so it's off your yoga mat. With control, your front leg is going to come straight back. Adjust things as you need to so that you're feeling really balanced and centered, strong through the core, reaching toward the ceiling, lifting that back leg up, 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 feeling it in your core and in your hip. Hold it. Now listen carefully. The top arm stays lifted. Keep it up. The lifted leg comes down onto the mat. The right leg moves back, and the left arm that was lifted toward the ceiling, it comes forward. So we're in a bird dog position. Pelvic floor is gently drawn in, your belly is lifted toward the spine. Exhale, pull the knee toward the elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Hands down. Let your hips go. Just let it be relaxed. Shake it out. While you're doing this, walk your hands about 3 inches forward. And then tuck your toes. And on an exhale, lift up into downward dog. Your knees can be bent. It's really important that you keep your spine long, your tailbone lifting toward the ceiling, and think about pressing your chest toward your thighs. So in order to make this happen, for many of us, we really need to bend those legs. Press into your fingers. Don't dump into your wrists. And breathe one more inhale and exhale. Now look forward and step it forward 1 foot at a time. Keep your knees bent, back straight. Inhale up. Exhale, hands at your heart. And we do it all again. Arms up. Keep going, keep going. Remember about that back. You're keeping your spine long and tall. Try not to let too much movement happen at your back. It's really your arms and your legs. Keep breathing. Feel your core strong. Feel your heart rate going up. Feel yourself starting to sweat. This is what we want. The highs and then the lows. So good for your heart. 4, 3, 2. Good for your balance too. And let it go. Shake it all out. Really shake it out. Rock side to side. We never just want to stop right away. Hands at your heart in prayer. Same thing other side. Feet together, zipped up and strong through the core. Standing on the right leg, nice and strong. Warrior 3. Place your feet for warrior 1, leaning forward, leaning forward. Strong core, arms back. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten that front leg and reach to triangle. Reach, reach, reach. Bring the left arm up. Hold that just for a moment. Then down and move straight into the triangle pose. Hold it here. Feel as if your body is caught between 2 panes of glass. So you're really reaching your body to the side room and not leaning forward like this, not hunchy. Now cartwheel your hand down and we find that low lunge. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, pull your belly all the way across. Hand goes up toward the ceiling. Maybe you lift that back knee off the ground. Inhale. And exhale. If that back knee was lifted, set it down. Kickstand the leg out toward the back of the mat so it's off the back of the mat. Carefully, that front leg goes up and reaches out toward the side room. Reach that leg high, reach the arm high. Core is strong. Feel this nice, strong pose and breathe. Just like before, we're going to keep this top arm lifted. Bring the top leg, lifted leg, onto the ground. Right arm goes forward, left leg goes back. So opposite arm and leg. Core is strong. Exhale, knee to elbow. Curl your back. Inhale. Exhale, pull belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale, pull belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale, pull belly button to spine. Inhale. Last one. Hand down, roll out your hips. Roll it out, let it go. And as you're letting it go, walk your hands just a little bit forward. Tuck your toes, and on an exhale, downward dog. Again, bend those knees if you need to. Press back. What we don't want to see is this happening right here. You want to be pressed back just like Becca is. She looks beautiful. Pressing into your fingers. Don't dump into your wrist. Now look forward and walk forward. Knees bent, back straight. Inhale up. Exhale, hands at your heart. We are going to switch mats. You can stay right where you are. So let's do a quick switch. From the top of your mat, you're going to step wide into goddess pose. For goddess pose, you want to keep your toes turned out and your knees pressed back. They're going to want to do this. Don't let that happen. Knees pressed back. You're lifted through the front. Core is strong. Lengthened through the spine. Don't let your low back arch. One more deep breath. Now hands down, thumbs point forward, fingers point back, and we straighten one elbow and bend the other. Inhale and switch. Opening the thighs. Exhale and switch. One more time. Come back into goddess. Hold it. Now stand up. Turn your toes in, heels out. Hands at your hips. Inhale and exhale. Decompression breath. Pelvic floor lifts, belly pulls in, and we go forward into a fold. Hold it here for just a moment. And now, as strong as we can through our core, we are going to engage our pelvic floor, engage our core, and walk forward into a wide-legged plank. So hands are forward. Take your time with this. Make sure that Becca looks perfect. Make sure your bum isn't lifted too high, but it's definitely not sagging toward the floor. Holding it. Core is strong. Arms are strong. We're breathing. Now drop carefully the right knee down toward the ground and then the left. Now feet together and sit back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Breathe deeply. And walk your hands back in. Shift your legs out to the side and sit your bum down on the ground. We're going to turn to the side here, and Becca, we're going to do our boat and our tabletop. So we're going to start with just a modified boat. I want you to place your hands behind your thighs, lift up nice and tall through the chest, spine is long, and tip back with an exhale into boat pose. If you are rounded through your spine, you will rock backwards. So keep your spine tall and lifted, your core is lifted, your pelvic floor is gently pulled in and upward toward your head. Hold it. And set your feet gently down. Hands behind you. And you're going to lift up into reverse tabletop. Lift your bum as high as you can off the floor. It's going to be different for everyone. And if this isn't comfortable on your hands, you can place them a little bit out to the side or put them in fists. So hold it for one more breath. Stretching the front of the body, strengthening the back of the body, and carefully come down. Another round of boat. Hands behind your thighs, lifted through the spine. Engage your pelvic floor, pulling your low abs and tip back into boat. Holding it here. Now, Becca's showing you how you can move into a more advanced version with your hands not holding on behind your thighs, but only if you're ready for this. Make sure your knees stay close, they don't flare apart, your chest is lifted, and you're breathing. Core is pulled in, feet down. Good job, girl. And lift up into reverse table. Holding it for just as long as we held that boat. We've got to reverse that move. If you tried the full boat and it was too much, go back to the modified. There's no shame in it. I'm going to do it again. Becca is going to do whatever she feels like doing this time. Come on down. We're going to do one more round of this. So hands behind your thighs. Tip back. Strong and lifted through the core. Strong and lifted through the pelvic floor. Keep everything nice and strong. Your spine is long. Breathing. Knees together. Shaking is okay. Spine is long. Don't round. And place your feet down. Reverse table. Nice job, my friend. Very good. Lift those hips toward the ceiling. This is a lot of work for our back and our core in a good way. And now come on down. Cross your feet in front of you. Roll onto your knees. And then walk yourself back onto your hands and knees. We're going to shift ourselves forward into a knee plank. So you might need to adjust your knees or your hands, but you want your body straight like a plank, but you're from your knees. We're going to do 3 push-ups, keeping your elbows close to your sides. So strong core and down and then straight back up. Down, straight back up. Down, straight back up. This time all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, come down through child's pose into a downward facing dog. Hold that down dog, and I like to bend one knee at a time really deeply here. So bending one knee at a time, twisting your legs. One knee twist to the right, one knee twist to the left. Just shake it all out. And then look forward and step. You can even do a lunge forward, but I like to take little baby steps. And then inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands at your heart. Step right into goddess. So, goddess. Very nice. Lifted through the pelvic floor and abs, lengthened through the spine. Holding it here for one more deep breath. Remember, those knees want to come in. Don't let them. You want to press them open. Sink into it, and then hands down into our twist. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Back into goddess. This time, we're going to come up. Turn, this is my right foot, I'm going to turn it in. Left foot stays out. We're going to move into a side reach. So reach, for me this is my right arm, reaching over and then straightening the leg. So bend the left leg, arm reaches over, and then straighten the left leg. Let's keep going. 10 of these. 9, 8, 7, very nice. 6, 5, feel that work in your legs. 3, widen your stance if you need to. 2, 1, and straight into the other side. Turn the left side in, right side out, and bend and reach. And we come up. We exhale as we straighten the knee and come up. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and turn the right foot in. Both toes are in, both heels are out. Hands at your hips, lengthen on the inhale, lift, and then exhale, decompression breath. We fold it forward. Hold it here. Strong through our entire core, pelvic floor on up through our abs. We walk it forward into that wide-legged plank. Hold it here. Make sure your bum isn't high up here, but also make sure you're not sagging. So you're straight like a plank, and Becca looks perfect. Deep breath, strong core, lifted pelvic floor. One more deep breath. Straight arms. Now left knee down toward the floor, then the right knee down. Bring the feet together and sit back in a wide-kneed child's pose. Walk your hands back, and we bring the feet out to the other side. Sit on your bottom, and move into a figure 4 stretch. So for me, this is my left leg. If you're doing the other side, that's okay. Bend one knee, straighten the other, lengthen the hand out, and then sweep it across your body and up. And exhale, come on down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come on down. Make this a sweeping motion. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come on down. And inhale, come on up. Come on down. Bring your feet out in front of you. Remember that boat pose we did before with our tall spine, lifted spine? We're going to do it again, but hands behind us. And just bring your legs up and up and up. Strong through the core, lifted through the pelvic floor. Now if you want to add in a twist, you can. So your knees go to the left and your feet kick forward. Knees go to the right, feet kick forward. You should feel this working in your obliques a little bit more. Keep your spine nice and tall and long. One more, each side. And switch right into the other lift, our little mermaid lift. So sweep that arm up and come on down. You're pressing into this bottom bent knee and come on up. And inhale up, sweeping that arm, and exhale down. One more time. Sweep and down. All right, facing the front of your mat, cross your legs, roll over onto your hands and knees. And we're gonna shift into that knee plank. So find your spacing so that you can be in your knee plank Fingers are spread nice and wide, body straight like a plank, and 3 push-ups. Down, elbows close to your sides, and up. Down, and exhale up. Down, exhale up. This time all the way down. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, come through child's pose into downward dog. Just like before, bend strongly, one knee at a time, maybe even kind of twisting it out. Keeping those arms straight, pressing into the fingers. And then look forward, walk it forward. Knees bent, back straight, inhale up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Stay right where you are. We're gonna switch mats. Very nice job, you guys. We're gonna find our ways down onto the mat. So you can get there any way you want. If you wanna float down in a squat, that's fine. Or if you just wanna sit down on your bottom any way you know how, that is absolutely perfect. Come into a seated position. Roll down through your side. And we're gonna come into a figure 4 stretch. So let's go ahead and bring our right leg across. So your right foot is on your left thigh. Now thread the needle and really pull both sets of legs toward your chest, feeling that stretch in the outside of your right hip, right out there. Holding it nice and steady and slowing down your breathing. We're done with the hard work. Now we just get to relax. Now keeping both legs exactly as they are, we're actually going to move both legs down to the sides as a unit to the right. So it's like this leg is actually pulling the other leg down. Try to keep your arms out to the side, either bent up in cactus arms or in a T, and try to keep both shoulders on the mat as much as you can. Inhale, puff up your chest toward the sky, and exhale, press that left shoulder blade down into the earth, down into the mat. Now you feel the stretch a little more on the left hip. Unwrap your legs. And then bring both of the feet up toward the middle of the mat. Feet on the ground, on the mat, and shift both your hips over to the right. Now stack your bent legs and they both come over to the left. So it's just another type of twist. Arms again are out like a T. Both shoulders are on the mat as much as you can. And breathe. Every time you exhale, think about really deepening the twist just a little bit, as much as feels comfortable. And think of how good this is for your digestion, for your internal organs. Calming the nervous system. And now really slowly and easily bring the top leg up and then the bottom leg up. And just lift your hips just a bit to recenter yourself and then set your hips down. Left foot goes on your right thigh and thread the needle. We do that same stretch on the other side. Feel that deep hip stretch. And breathe. Now release your hands and come into that twist. So we're going to drop both legs down across to the left. So it's like this top leg is pulling the bottom leg down. And in this position, feel that your shoulder blades are on the ground, both shoulder blades, as much as you can. So we're trying to keep our shoulders on the ground as our legs go to the side. And if you ever need a bolster or yoga blocks under your knees, that's totally fine. Do what you need to do to sink into this position, sink into this stretch. Now unwrap your legs and set your feet on the ground. Shift both hips to the left. And now you're going to bring both bent knees down toward the right, stacking one on top of the other. Arms out to the side in a T or cactus arms. But trying to keep your shoulders on the mat as your legs twist to the right. Every time you exhale, think of massaging your internal organs. Inhale, breathing deeply down into the belly. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper and massaging those internal organs. Bring your top leg up, and then your bottom leg up. And this time, recenter yourself. We're going to do one final bridge, and I want to just really take our time with it. So hands on the mat. Lift your pelvic floor. Pull your pelvic floor in and up gently. Then, like a string of pearls is being lifted off the ground, starting at your tailbone and then working one vertebrae up through your spine. Lift, 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 lift. Squeezing your bottom. Lifting as high as you can. Letting there be some space between your chin and your throat. And then think of that beautiful string of pearls and then set it back down, one pearl at a time, one vertebrae at a time, starting from the upper spine and going down to the lumbar spine, down to the sacrum and the tailbone. And then straighten your right leg out, let it flop down on the floor. Straighten your left leg out, let it flop down on the floor. Shake out those legs. Let your arms be relaxed at your sides. And take a nice deep breath. Cross your hands over your heart. Take another nice deep breath. Harnessing in all that beautiful energy, all that work you did. I hope you're so proud of yourself. I'm so proud of you for sticking with us till the end. And now with all that love in your heart, roll to your side. Roll gently to your side. Hang out here for just a breath. And then on the exhale, press yourself up to a seated position using your arms. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you'll stick around for a quick little interview where we're going to chat about why we chose to do this video. So if you can stick around, great. If not, please remember to subscribe to my channel. And as always, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. All right, let's go to a little quick interview with Becca.
Okay.
Let me
make sure.
Deep breath is something delicious. All right, you guys, I wanted to just chat with Becca a little bit because you and I actually met for the first time at a retreat recently, and it was a wonderful retreat. And Becca learned about my YouTube channel, and she so graciously and awesomely came up to me after the event and said that she wanted to do a video with me. And I want you, Becca, to explain why you asked that, why you said that.
Well, I think women who look like me, or maybe even a little bit larger than me, feel very intimidated. It's really hard for some women to walk into a gym or a yoga studio because you don't expect people who look like us to be there. I think women feel very intimidated.
Is that something that you have personally experienced in the past?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Many times in classes, I am the only one who looks like me. I have a big ego. I'm in that door because I have every right to be there.
Yeah.
And I really encourage women to find a friend.
Yeah.
Go with a friend. I have a friend. Her name's Kate. Shout out to Kate. And we are a duo.
Yeah.
We do everything together. But if you don't have a friend, show up early. Go talk to the instructor. Say, I'm a little anxious about this. What are your feelings on this? And that instructor, hopefully, most yoga instructors that I've encountered, you can make a connection.
Yeah.
And then you'll get past that intimidation and find that that's exactly where you should be.
I love that. I know this is a fairly recent thing for you to be involving yourself so heavily in fitness and yoga. Is that right?
Right. It's been about a year.
Yeah.
A year ago, I had a health crisis, and it was a big wake-up call for me. And so once I recovered, my family and I, we would go for walks after work. I'd hit my 10,000 steps. Over the summer, I went home to visit with my family, and I joined their gym. Their wonderful gym let me join. And I got in the pool. I did aqua fitness or aqua Zumba every single day. And then I started adding yoga or something else. And then I came back and joined up with my pal Kate. And we just started trying new things. I introduced her to yoga. Well, she had an experience before, but we really started. And we tried different things. And our rule is we try things 3 times before we make any decisions.
Oh, that's a good rule. Are you guys listening to that? Try it 3 times. Yeah.
Maybe you're just having a bad day. Maybe the instructor had an injury, or they got stuck in traffic, or your lunch is sitting a little heavy and it just affected the experience. Try it 3 times before you decide anything.
That's a very good suggestion, you guys.
And another thing we do is we figure out what we like and then we push it. So we enjoy yoga, and so we've been trying different styles of yoga. We really incorporate, we do at least 3 classes a week. We love it so much. She and I enjoy walking. On a Saturday, we'll go do a 10-kilometer or 15-kilometer walk. I'm not a runner yet.
Yeah.
So walking is just as good.
Well, and what are the benefits that you've seen since, moving through this?
I've had significant weight loss. That's been a goal, but it's not a priority. My fitness is, I'm definitely stronger. My breathing. And then what's really wonderful about yoga is your mind and your soul and your body are all connected.
Yeah.
When you're losing a lot of weight quickly doing aerobics, your brain doesn't always keep up with what's happening here. And that's been the key for yoga, is everything is together.
That's beautiful. That makes a lot of sense, that would be a perfect thing to integrate. If weight loss is part of your goals, it's part of your journey, then that makes a lot of sense to get that mind-body connection going. Yeah, that's amazing. And what have you experienced with other people in your life who may wonder? Because I know that you've had people look to you and be like, how can you do this? And maybe other people who don't feel comfortable going to the gym or going to do classes.
Right. Yesterday, for example, I was getting a little anxious about doing this video. I am going to be in leggings on YouTube. And I couldn't find my sports bra. And all these things happen. I'm like, I'm just going to have to cancel. Well, I went to a book fair, and some of my friends, I was apologizing to them because I didn't come to an event. I went to a yin yoga class, which was a priority for me.
Priorities. That's awesome that you prioritized yourself there. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Especially after the week I had.
And to calm yourself down to do this video today.
Yeah. And they said, Becca, there's no way we can do what you do. We can't go into a yoga studio looking like we do. And I was like, I have to do that video.
Yeah. Yes.
I have to do that video.
Yes. It honestly, it breaks my heart thinking that some people could feel that way. And I am so grateful to you for bringing the feeling and that reality to my attention, because I mean, it's something that I have experienced in other aspects of my life, but I don't necessarily experience it in like a yoga class, for example. And so I'm really grateful that you chose to ask me to be a part of this and to share your experience right now on this little interview, because I do hope that it can help somebody. I mean, yoga and movement has changed my life, and I think it has yours too.
Significantly, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the more people we can inspire to be comfortable in their bodies enough to just go out and just focus on themselves and give themselves the gift of movement and experimenting and trying different things.
Yeah. And another thing is, you and I are both mothers.
Yeah.
And I find that if I cannot take care of myself first, I can't take care of my family.
Yeah.
So my hour a day, or 2 or 3 hours on a weekend, it makes me a better woman and a better mother. And I'm able to do all of those other things that I need to do by putting me first.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, well, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting with us, and I hope you've enjoyed this. I really think, I thought at the beginning, I was like, I think this interview at the end might be even more valuable than the movement itself. So thank you again, and thanks for watching. And as always, my friends, remember, eat clean, move every day. It will change your life.
It will.
And you will shine brighter. We'll see you next time. Bye.